Today's special guest is Kartik Vyas. Kartik brings over 10 years of tennis management experience to the OTA team. Kartik has worked his way up through the ranks, first as an instructor in the recreational programs and then to director of camps and tournaments with the ACE Tennis Academy in Toronto. We caught up with Kartik at the OTA office to talk to him about the upcoming OTA Pro-Am tournament fundraiser and get his perspective on what it takes to fund and manage the development of young juniors from an early age right up to the time when they become professional players. Thanks for joining us, Kartik. Many people don't realize the time, effort, and expense it takes to develop a world-class tennis player. As you know, the OTA's Pro-Am fundraiser is coming up this June in support of under 14 junior development. Could you say a few words about how important such a fundraiser is to the growth of the sport, and maybe give us a little bit more specific information about where the funding will be used, where is the real high need for that funding to take these players to the next level?
Thanks, Scott. You know, Scott, in my time with the OTA for the past 8 years, and as the provincial coach most recently, I've become envious of the fantastic job that coaches and academy leaders do in producing top players in this province. Historically, Ontario's had great success in the under 12 level on the world stage. The challenge we've had is getting their players to that next level of competition, 14s up through 18s. Historically, you know, the other challenge we've had is the financial barriers that impede upon our players when they go to play international competition. The expenses tied into travel, food, coaching are enormous. We've had players that have recently come back from Australia and spent $12,000 as an example, you know, to go out and compete at the Australian Open.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
You know, and like I said, our challenge has always been, you know, how do we get that player to the next level? Well, I think in Ontario, in order to be the best in the world, you have to compete with the best in the world. And in order to do that, we have to get our players out internationally, whether that's South America, whether that's Florida, or Europe. All those places are where the top players in the world are. Recently down in Florida for the Florida Circuit, I witnessed this firsthand. We had top players from all over the world down there. And what we need to do on a regular basis is get more Ontario players in Florida at the big tournaments.
Thanks for your time, Kartik.
You're welcome.